a load of wood.
Alright, hello guys. I'm just gonna start a new party a second, bear with me. Right, there we go. Welcome to HRF1 Hybrid Racing Formula 1. We are in round 14 of the season. We're at Spa-Francorchamps, Belgium, Mon, for round 14 of the season. Getting on, aren't we? Getting through the season. As you can see, right as it stands now, we've got 16 on the grid. Remember, HRF1 is a league that does a short qualifying followed by a 50% race. So, Mo Muller, who is a new racer for me, says, "Rain, glorious rain, do 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 do." I think that's food, glorious food in it, but hey, it works with rain as well. I've totally forgotten what I was saying now. Yeah, so it looks like it's rain. I don't know. This looks dry enough for me for dry tyres at the moment, but they're not. They're on inters. Well, they know better than I do. Let's have a look. Certainly no puddles, but then if there was puddles, you'd expect the blue-rimmed full wet tyres. Now that we're actually out on track, I can see the rain, which does help. Let's go to the Ferrari though with Daguna. He's first out on track. He's got a Red Bull behind him. That's Mo Muller, I think. So a bit of rain, whether it's just qualifying or race as well, I'm not entirely sure, but we shall see. Now, if you just bear with me while they're doing the right laps, I'm just gonna get onto the stream myself so that I can see any. Oh, it's come up WRL again. It's definitely HRF1. Can I just confirm that to everyone? We are definitely HRF1, but it's come up with a WRL. Or has it? Or did it because I needed to refresh my... I lied! It's got HRF1. Excellent. So... Sorry if you don't know what I'm talking about. Basically, I thought the stream had the title from the last race on it, but it hasn't. Which is great news. So, anyway, let's share it away. So, share it into HRF1. General chat. Let's also share it into ARC. Into TV. And last one, let's share it into WAOF1. And so many other leagues. I should have to get asking if they mind me sharing my commentaries in the other leagues. So it's a bit of self-promotion. Perhaps some nights when they're not racing themselves. It's anyway, there we go. That's better. Got some viewers now. Excellent. Good evening, all of you, and welcome. So, anyway, we're on with the Gooner this lap. So as you can see, we're on into tyres, intermediates, tricky conditions. So I don't know if this is expected in the race as well, or whether it's just for quali. Let's hope it's just for quali. In my opinion, the greatest racetrack of all time, Spa-Francorchamps. That's absolutely every challenge in the book on it for you. Fast corners, slow corners, hard braking, late apexes, early apexes, chicanes. It's just superb. Of course, in real life, I wish they could somehow incorporate it in the game when it goes wet around this track. But in real life, as it's in the Forest of Ardennes, it's 54.8 from the Gooner. You have the potential where it can be raining in 2/3 of the track, but not in the other third, which throws up its own challenges as well, as Chips does a 55.8. Zertnik, what did he tell me to call him? X11, wasn't it? Something like that. I can't have this conversation with him every week. What do I call you again? X11 we'll call him. 56.1. Volungus, his teammate, goes 55.8. Who else we got? Haas crossing the line but didn't put a time on the board. Chris, 2 minutes 22. I think you can go a bit faster than that. Lee, Man City Mad, 97. That even remembers when they were rubbish. 6th then for Lee, Man City Mad. Assuming 97's his birth year. Yeah, he can't remember when they were rubbish, can he? He's too young. Lismore at the final corner. What sort of time can he set for McLaren? 55.5. That puts him P2. I want to go to... Oh no, Twiglets, sorry, is on an outlap. So let's go. There's... I think that's the Gooner coming back round. So let's stick with Pete. Teammates only just gone on to a lap. The Gooner goes faster again, 54.1. Pete manages 2 minutes 22.2. He's having his own little hit with Chris. They're only 7/10 apart in the 2 minute 22s. Small loss is done of 156.9. I'll tell you what. Let's. Oh, Fatal! Was that a... it's that corner. It's the two right-handers. That second one is a nightmare. Absolute nightmare corner. Now, he may be the first that we've seen crash there tonight, but I bet he's not the last, because that has been taking as many casualties on this track, on this year's game, as any other corner around here. So anyway, where's Mamula? Right, what I'm going to do, Mamula is a brand new driver tonight doing their first race. So, completing his out lap now. I'm going to go on board with him and we'll do a hilly out lap with our new man. I hope he's not listening on comms, because if he is, I'm about to put you right off. So, here we go, across the line. In the dry, DRS would be open. Brake into turn 1 as late as possible. Find the inside, don't touch the curb. And use the curb on the exit, that's fine. Open up the steering, get on the power. Heading up to probably one of the most, well, probably the most famous corner in the world. Come through that, get on the power, all the way down the straight for a very late braking, down to, in these conditions, probably down the third, I should imagine. Nope, stays fourth. Runs very wide in the second part. Very important to be able to get on the power quick here. Did that, but just lost it under traction slightly. Didn't invalidate though, so the lap is still going. Hugs the curve around the inside here, but doesn't touch it. Very important. And carry the speed through this corner, but make sure you can get on the power on exit. Head down now to Pouon. Just this fast left-hander. That sounded like a little lock-up there, so I think our new man, Mamula, is driving without ABS. Yeah, that's definitely another little lock-up, so no ABS from Mamula. That's skillful driver. So you head into these two right-handers, and as I say, it's this right-hander here, which on this year's game has proven to be an absolute nightmare. It wants to pull you into the right-hand side, into the wall. So, just takes a bit of care, basically. And through the left-hander, that is going to invalidate him. Didn't lift. So, into what used to be known as the bus stop chicane, which is now known as the chicane. It shall forever be known as the bus stop chicane, and then you would just be out onto the straight and over the line, so that would be a lap of Spa-Francorchamps. Fatal in with his new wing, and out on his out lap again. Hunter has gone fastest while we were on board with Mamula. Mamula's teammate, Hunter, has done a 51.7. Let's go to Pete. He's improved up to P3. KK, he's invalidated this lap. Lycorius. That is either Lycorius or he didn't know how to spell licorice. It's one or the other. I'm not sure. But I'm going to go with Lycorius. He's on PC, as is Chips. So a couple of cross-play players tonight. Fatal on a hot lap. No, he's not. He's still on his out lap. I'm getting the old timings glitch again, where it removes the out lap status off the left-hand side of the screen, even though they're still on an out lap. So Liz Moore then in the McLaren. No, he's on an out lap as well. Goodness sake. Man City Lee. So into the bus stop chicane. Oh, and into the pits, for goodness sake. Back to Fatal then. We know it's now on a hot lap. Potentially got a bit of traffic in front of him. Not sure. The Alpha Tauri. Well, it's either X11 or Felungus. No, it must be Felungus actually. He's on an out lap, so yeah, it could prove to be a bit of traffic. through the two right-handers onto the long straight now that will lead up. We got this left-hander here, usually a flat out in the dry, but probably just a slight lift, I would imagine, in these conditions. And a bus stop chicane. Heads to the line, looks like it's decent. 55.1, that moves him up into P5. So very good from Fatal. For what is effectively his first lap, so good job. Lungus also improved, but I think he's just starting a hot lap here, so let's watch him through set to 1. We got the Gooner. Time for slicks. Really? I'll tell you what, people are switching to soft tyres. Is that not a bit optimistic? We shall see. Let's go on board actually with Volungus and so we can have a better look at the track. Yeah, I can see why people are thinking it. Yeah, the Gooner might be right to get a massive chunk of spray come up onto the camera. Oh, and Volungus is round. Oh, and he's missed the left-hand barrier. Just about manages to stop the car in time to miss the right-hand barrier as well. There you have it. Let's see then somebody that is on slicks. So this is Chris. Now I would argue he's out too early, really. He's gone fastest, so yes, we have gone to slick tyre conditions. So actually for Volungus, that spin could end up being a really good thing for him, because if he'd been improving through the lap, he might have been tempted to finish the lap, which would have given him no time to get back round for slick tyres. So that spin may have helped him in a weird sort of way. So let's go down. We got any other slick drivers on a lap? I think Small Loss might be. He's on an out lap, isn't he? But he's going to cross the line. So Chris, I assume, is going to be doing a cool-down lap in a way, with the idea of hopefully being able to go one more time. But you would guess, as DRS is now enabled, so if anybody was still in any doubt, Small Loss has spun it. If he just keeps his composure and gets going again, he's got plenty of time to get round and start another lap. Mamula's gone into P2 on Inters, by the way. 53.2. But he's not going to have enough time to pit to slicks, so I suggest he's going to drop down. So will Lismore if he doesn't change his tyres and get back out again. In fact, it's too late for that, isn't it? So Lismore is another one. They're both going to drop down significantly. They could actually end up last 2 places on the grid. So Gooner starts a flying lap. Do we have anyone else? Let's have a look. Bates was on an out lap. Oh, and there's an Alfa Romeo. Is round. So that was Twiglet. Is he okay? He is. And he looks like he's still got both end plates. It should be okay. So, on to Man City Mad Lee. You could definitely say track ain't 100% there, so it's and locking up is Lee Man City. It's gonna hurt his time. Yeah, you definitely say the last man over the line is gonna be the favourite for pole position here. I can have the best conditions for it in a way. See a bit of spray still coming up onto the screen as they go around Pouon. you can see, he's basically 5.3 seconds up. As X11 puts in a 1:47.4, which is a huge improvement. Lismore, Volungus are finished. Twiglet is finished. Lehman City will head for the line, and he's going to jump up on a 1:49.3, jumps into P3, P2, but it's demoted to P3 as the Gooner crosses the line. Chris heads to the line. Who was that? That was Hunter, has crossed 48.2. And Chris goes into P3 on a 47.8. Who else we got? There's a Ferrari. Chips goes up to P2. Junkie P2. So what, if that time from the Gooner holds, what a time. Licorius has invalidated. He would have done a 49.5. That would have put him in P8. Small loss on the way round. Anybody else? I think KK. Want to mention, X11 actually got across the line before the checkered flag, so he is actually going to be last across the line. KK goes P2 on a 46.5. Oh, where is that driver? Here they are. So X11 out the final corner, he's improving and goes fastest. He takes pole position at the death. It's the last man across the line. Does indeed take pole position. So, congratulations X11. Took it in the end, but just over a tenth and a half to the Gooner, who's, considering when he set that, that was a very good lap, because that was set quite early on from the drivers crossing the line, so that was an exceptional lap from the Gooner. KK in P3, Junkie P4, Pete 5, Chip 6, Smaller 7, Chris 8, Hunter 9, Leetman City in 10, Mamula 11, Lismore 12, Fatal Defiance 13, Volungus 14, Lycorius 15, and Twiglets in 16. Just nips to the race director and incidents, that is all of them on that page. So, just in case any of them were needed. Right, just before they get going, I'm just going to grab myself a coffee because I didn't get a chance before we started quali. So, I'll be back with you very shortly. Okay guys, I'm back with you. I forgot we do actually take a little break in HRF1, so just be a short break and then you should see the countdown happening. In fact, we go at 8:25. I've just seen the message from Lance. Excellent. Well, going by what we can see on the screen, it looks like it's dry. Very dry, in fact, sunny. So, presume that as long as that's expected throughout the race, then we're looking at a a medium to hard scenario. You would have thought you might get one or two going the other way, hard to medium. I shouldn't imagine we'll see anybody starting on soft. You might get one or two actually. There is a little. Oh no, my Muller got disconnected. I've just seen. So strategy's not going to be set properly. Oh, unlucky my Muller. These things. I've been having terrible disconnect issues these last couple of weeks. Luckily tonight, actually, it's been spot on. But I know how you feel, man. I've had 3 races ruined in 2 weeks because of disconnects. Driving me nuts. Seems to coincide with the release of FIFA. Now, that could be complete coincidence. But, it has been frustrating. Anybody interested in my journey of giving up smoking? I gave up on Monday. 1 a.m. Monday morning I had my last cigarette, and it's 20 past 8, 25 past 8 nearly on Sunday night, so done pretty well. I haven't had one, despite having been very tempted. In fact, it's genuinely probably, I think this is probably the hardest thing I've ever done in my life, actually, so but I'm still going strong, man. As you see, I'm just trying to fill time here. So, glad to see in both of my races tonight. No done comms on, we've had good turnouts. We actually ended up with 20 on the grid, the full 20 for my 6 p.m. race with Royal Spin Racing. Wasn't at the start of qualifying, it was 18 at the start of qualifying, and a couple jumped in, so that was really good. 16 tonight for HRF1, so really pleased. Really pleased. I'm pleased for Lance, because a few weeks back there was numbers were getting very low, and as somebody who helps to run another league and has done a lot of admin every time, it does demoralise you. It works with the rest of the admin. Him and the admin team have worked, and got the numbers back up, which is great. I thought we were going at 8:25. It's 8:26 now. I don't know what the hold up is. As I'm going to leave and rejoin, I've just got a bad feeling here. While I was making my coffee, I might have disconnected or something. I'm just going to leave and rejoin. They got to do a formation lap anyway, so we won't miss anything. Unless actually I've disconnected and they're already finishing that formation lap. Dagooner's invited me. Excellent. Thank you, Dagooner. No, somebody's just put in the chat as the game crashed, so I think actually I hadn't disconnected. Okay, the countdown's on in a way. So, I mean, I just did all of that pointlessly, but hey, at least we know. So, here we go. Formation lap is green. It's 11. Gets us away. Delay. There we go. Right, excellent. I'm sorted. Okay, I brought out the tyres so we can have a quick look. As you see, X11 at the front. He wants to hold that lead. Oh, look. He's gone off into the gravel on the formation lap. Shouldn't cause him any issues. In fact, if anything, it might have helped him heat his tyres up slightly. So, we actually gained a small advantage in the end because of that. Yeah, I think that is strategy from X11. I think that is because he wants to be able to get away at the start. Doesn't want to lose it going into turn 1, and should launch really well as long as he reacts okay. Those softs should enable him to get a great launch. Same as well for Chips. Volungus and Lycorius are also on the soft tyres. There are some guys that have gone for hards first. I do think this is a track where you're better off going the traditional medium to hard, but just simply because there is a safety car risk around here, and if it happens sort of lap 5 or 6 or something, you can pit from medium to hard to go to the end, whereas you can't pit from hard to medium and make it to the end. So it's you know, I suppose you could say that's similar to that on most tracks, but in a way. So it's going to be interesting to see how X11 goes. I think the softs last sort of... I think they're good for about 6 laps around here. And then they start to go. I think you'll find if you try and go 10 laps, I think on the 10th lap they will blow up on you. Quite literally. And you'll get a puncture. But, maybe even 9 laps. But they should be good for 6. So it's not actually a bad view, I might stick with that one. Let's get the position changes up. Right, so here we go. Oh, actually, it's too... What's happening? Lights aren't coming on. Why aren't the lights coming on? Now they're coming on. Excellent. 5 lights on. They are out. And away we go. Nobody jumps the start, so that's good. And X11 does get off to a great start. Laguna holding on to P2. He's got his Ferrari teammate going around on the outside. He's got to watch KK on the inside as well. But it looks like Laguna's gotten away. And Junkie Emperor in the sister for the other Ferrari getting up into P3. Up a few places, Mamula. Hunter has joined. Oh, I didn't know Hunter had left the session. So if he gets control of that car, sooner rather than later. Already drops him down 5 places. Amamula is round and drops to the back, so a horrid start for the Red Bulls as Hunter's AI drives through about 3 cars. Joined? Why is he not back with us? As Junkie goes to the lead, he's gotten ahead of the Gooner, and he now gets... Oh no, X11's left the session! What's going on? There ain't a shout for a restart, is there? I can't see anything. Don't think there has been, so... Hurry up X11 and get back in. You haven't lost anything yet. And Mamula's left the session. Is there a restart? I'm starting to think there is. Let me get to... Okay, side by side with Pete. As Hunter drives through. Literally. I'm so lost what's going on here. Cars just seem to be ghosting through each other. Hunter's up to P3 according to this now. Gonna restart it. Somebody say something. Why is the Gooner so slow? The last scene 41 minutes ago. He's not ghosting, so I don't think he's gone away. Oh, hang on. The Gooner sets fastest lap. On my screen, he's just there. Completely desynced. This lobby is completely and utterly desynced, guys. Right, so I'm rejoining, guys, because it clearly, well, certainly for me, it clearly desynced the lobby. So I'm rejoining, saying that the Gooner had set fastest lap when on my screen he still had to go through the chicane before reaching the start-finish line. So complete desync on my side. So now we're back. Daguna leads, KK P2, X11 is down to third then, Junkie's in fourth. Chips picks up a penalty. Actually, Now it's saying chips. This lobby is et. There's Junkie then, at the outside of chips. To the right hander. Really frustrating because I don't know if what we're seeing on screen is even happening. A small loss appears to have spun. And off he goes again. He's corrected it. And we'll get underway once more. Right, where have we got any battles going on? We've got Junkie and Chips, but actually, from Junkie then, we've got a bit of a DRS train going on down to Chris and P8. Oh, and that's X11. It's spun, and it's spun Chips as well. It's that right-hander that I mentioned in qualifying. Nightmare corner now, that is. It really is. Gooner picks up an early penalty. Very unusual for him.